Welcome to Xbox Uncut's weekly podcast. We're back for another week of video game news and conversations, and saying goodbye to a good friend.
No, it's not goodbye, right?
It's get the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we're gonna start off the show just to let everybody know. Steve got a job.
Woohoo!
Steve's getting paid.
Congratulations!
Paid. Thank you.
You can buy more games.
But Steve
Won't
has
have
to
any time
actually.
to play them.
Exactly.
Steve
I've
actually
looked
has
at my
to.
backlog and like, well, I'm not going to play any of that, am I?
Nope. Not with all these games come out this year. But yeah, Steve's gonna be making that money. But when you make that money, you got to work normal hours.
Yeah.
So that's not to say Steve won't be on the show in the future. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Just not a regular weekly guest anymore.
Maybe an E3 show to make us all sad.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in a year's time.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed about what's coming at this E3. All right, don't be a Steve about this.
Oh my god. Alright, well, Steve, I'm gonna miss you, man.
I will miss you
You're an
too,
important part of the show.
You're our MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a pleasure to be on it with you guys. And yeah, it's not goodbye. I mean, we sort of said that, if shows ever got moved to the weekends or something a bit more convenient than sort of 1 o'clock in the morning and finish about 3 hours before I needed to get up for work, then we'll see if I'm free. But I can jump in and participate with what will no doubt be stories of how many mobile games I've been playing.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably go and get like Pokemon Go to go
Oh,
and
you'll
play at lunchtime.
you'll still have time to play. You won't be able to, binge on those single player games.
Yeah.
I
Makes it much
guess
harder.
that Vita that I bought was finally going to get some use.
Which goes
No.
into our first letter. No, just.
Yeah, it's still not going to get used. Let's not kill ourselves.
Unless you're into JRPGs, man, then you go for it.
But you'll be fine. You'll get plenty of game time as long as you don't have a kid.
Yep.
That's
That's-
his next plan.
That's the real killer.
But even then, I mean, who is it? Kung Pao and Bones have time, so they make it happen.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but their kids.
Oh, no,
starve.
what is it? It's like
So.
fucking Will will sit there. Or no, it's Will. I think it's Will. Executioner.
Yeah.
He'll
that's
have
real.
his fucking
has
kid on
laptop.
the. All you hear is "Rah!" You're playing. You're like, well, I'm gonna play video games. Fuck it. It's gonna
Well,
happen.
no, what he does now, he just pulls out his gaming laptop and he'll jump into party chat on that.
Yeah.
And so he's pretty excited about this whole Windows 10 getting all the games thing.
Yes.
Because now he can still play the Xbox exclusives and jump in party chat and play on his laptop. So it's pretty nice.
Kung Pao Wow. Says.
Game time, yeah.
Yeah. Nap time is where it's at. I agree. I agree. Nap time is where it's at.
That's what we're doing in my lunch breaks. I'll be having a nap. All that hard work.
She says, though, to be fair, I didn't start playing games until I had 2 kids. That's good. It works out right.
Yeah.
Notice.
Puppy.
Pug. He's gonna do the whole podcast.
Yeah.
This is the new host. This is who's replacing Steve.
At least he's on camera.
He's on camera. He's quiet.
He's cute.
Cute. Mascot.
You
And he
should
wants
name him
down.
Steve.
No, his name's already Otis, and he's
It's
almost,
Otis.
He's over 10 years old, so
Yeah.
we can't change his name now.
You can change it at any time.
Hey,
Prince changed
Steve.
his name when he was like, what, in his 40s? The
changed
artist
his
formerly
name?
known as Prince? Yeah.
Oh,
Remember when he made his name the symbol?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go around calling my dog Steve, the artist formerly known as Otis.
Yeah.
What kind of artist is Otis?
Probably P.
Yeah.
Smears?
I could piss on a wall better than anybody else.
Yeah.
Spell
Well,
my.
Otis is kind of an angry old man name, so I guess
Yeah.
it works, you know?
And he's an angry old pug now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go right into letters.
Letter.
Because we've already talked about Vita.
I had to correct you. It's letter.
Letter.
It's letter again. which means we need letters. People need to write. I
You
would
know
have
what?
written.
I told Wicked to bother you with tons of letters. But
I
he
know, I
did it
saw
last
there-
podcast. and
He
you weren't
did.
on.
I saw there were like 6 letters, and then Bones sent in about 5, I think. So it's too bad I had to miss last podcast. Man, you really, you guys, did you guys see the tree that I sent the photo of?
Yeah, we saw. That's it. That looked awful.
Dude, man, that wind was about 70 miles an hour actually, and if the tree had just fell in a different way, the wind could have blown it probably right into our house. So we got really lucky, but it took out all the power, it took out the internet, everything. It was awful. But anyway, letters. Okay, we have one letter, and that is from the Wicked Soul, of course, because who else would write in? He writes, a PS Vita or a Nintendo 3DS? Which one should I get first? I already have DS and regular 3DS games, but no Vita games. But Vita allows me to use remote play. Playing PS4 on the toilet? That's 100% fire. I want a lengthy discussion on this one, boys. Peace. Well, this is a tough one. Well, he says he doesn't have any games for Vita, but maybe he does through like PlayStation Plus.
I got a question. I think Steve picked up on this too. He said, "I have a 3DS. Which one should I get first?" Well, I believe you got the 3DS first. So the
Well, he's
question is,
gonna-
which one should you get second?
I'm sorry, he wrote N3DS, which means new 3DS, I guess.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
Tell you what, the new 3DS is actually a really nice piece of kit, but if you've already, not many games really make use of it. So I mean, unless you really want to spunk some money on something, like if you want a Vita, and to be fair, they do a pretty good job of getting indie games on there. So if
doesn't
that's-
only one 3DS game use the new 3DS? Xenoblade or something?
there's like, I mean, Monster Hunter gets kind of like some
Oh,
games
that's
get
right,
some
yeah.
slight performance. I mean, was it the Dynasty Warriors Zelda game, Hyrule Legends? Wasn't that like
Yes, it's
basically
another one, too.
unplayable on the regular 3DS? But I mean, I don't know. If you've already got unless you really use it and think you'll get the upgrade, I'd get a Vita. I mean, to be fair, the Vita's problem is, I mean, okay, the hardware has some issues with proprietary technology, but it's actually a lovely piece of kit. So, if you think you can actually use it, I'd probably get it. It's a nice companion.
And you can play PS4 on the toilet, like he says.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I
would say
DS if you didn't already have one, but Sensei does.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to recommend the DS or the 3DS, the N3DS, the new 3DS.
Shit name.
I don't know how to fucking like make this a long discussion. It's like
Yeah,
if you
let's
if you
just do
really
votes.
no, but if you hate the back catalog to Vita, don't buy it.
Yeah.
But
And, I
that's the only downfall is if you hate their back catalog, it's not going to get really any better, and you're just buying it to buy it. I say fuck
Yeah.
it, don't buy it. But if you like the back catalog, it's an awesome console. Like, get it. Like,
Well,
that's the way to go.
And not just that, but as far as playing the PS4 on the toilet, it's gonna have like shitty lag because
Yeah.
it's remote play.
And remote play kind of
So-
sucks.
Just play cell phone games on the toilet, man.
We have more information here. Wicked says my sister stole my regular 3DS. Well, now you've just blown this whole thing wide open.
Oh, well, you
Wide
don't have a
open.
3DS now. So if you don't
Yeah.
have a 3DS,
New
definitely get
3DS,
Well, I
yeah.
think the simple answer is press charges.
On his sister.
Yeah.
That'll go down well at Christmas.
Depends on
Um,
how old she is.
It stole my 3DS.
I don't know.
Bitch, stole
Like,
my
if you
3DS.
here's the thing: if you buy the new 3DS, then you can get games that you can play co-op, or like you can. What is it? It's not sharing games, but you know that feature where if somebody has a game, they can load it up on another 3DS and play multiplayer with you.
yeah, even though
There
I
are a
don't
couple
know-
games.
I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
Mario
But
Kart does it. There's a few games that
yeah.
do it. Like
I-
it's
Literally 10 years ago, I used to do that at college, at lunch times, and that was a lot of fun.
yeah.
Wicked, honestly, I just want to see you go on Judge Judy against your sister about a 3DS. I mean,
That'd be
That's-
awesome. That'd be awesome. But yeah, now that we know he doesn't have a 3DS, I think we can kind of all agree that
3DS.
Yeah,
the
it's
the new 3DS is I was legitimately like, I mean, the DS Lite example was nice, but the new 3DS does feel is a really nice piece of hardware.
Unless
it
there's
is, and
just
it loads a
nothing.
lot faster too.
Unless there's just nothing you like on the 3DS anymore. Like, it's all about the catalog. If you've never played any of those Vita games and you want to play them, and you've already played all the 3DS games you want to play, go with the Vita. Like,
But
it's
if you want to play JRPGs and you're into that, I mean, 3DS is a
it'll
great
kill
console.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to turn their mobile platform's just it's better.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
30 something. Press charges. It's not like she's 12.
That means she might have money. Yeah.
Yeah. Why's she still on your 3DS?
I want to see a family rift.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
We want
But I
letters about this problem.
Yeah, we need some.
Okay.
drama.
Will you need to kick that hoe to the curb?
It's a nice little closing statement there.
Thanks, Steve.
Well,
Steve.
As you leave the show
telling
that hoe.
Wicked to kick his
to the curb.
to call his sister a hoe and then kick her to the curb.
Yeah,
you know.
that's
I've always been a classy guy. You guys know that.
yeah.
Pure class. Pure class.
Well, she did still 30S.
Alright. Well, let's move along.
Well, that's it. That's
that's
the
letter.
letter section of the podcast.
That's
so,
letter.
Write us at letters at Xbox Uncut.com, not XX. I don't know what the hell that is.
Xbox.
Well, you had another X and you got a whole different show.
Yeah.
I let her do it because she can play with fiance.
I don't think that's stealing then. I think that's giving.
Yeah, you gave your 3DS. See,
Yeah.
these are
Yeah.
facts that we didn't have at the time of these
You know-
comments.
She's no longer a hoe.
Yeah.
Well, no, hold on a second. We don't know that.
She's a nice lady. You're the hoe.
Yeah, exactly. Wicked is the hoe. The wicked hoe.
The wicked hoe. That sounds like his domain. Like, go to my website, thewickedhoe.com. I ain't just any hoe. All right. Let's talk about some news.
It's a website all about Boston prostitution.
I don't even know where to go anymore. I guess we need to talk about something other than that.
We can talk about
Otis!
releases.
Talking about dogs. Otis.
Talking about Steve's replacement.
Dead Rising 2.
The
and
artist
off the
formerly
record.
known as Otis.
Yeah.
Steve.
Hey,
Or we could just name him Otis Rules. That way it's not too confusing.
yeah, Otis does rule.
Legit. I'm not going to complain about that. My legacy lives on. In a pug. That's probably a pretty fitting tribute. But, yeah.
Otis wants to get down. He's not happy. Alright, well, Dead Rising 2, and Off the Record coming to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
But Dead
Capcom
Rising
confirms
3 won't. That's what's so weird about this. And I know it's because Microsoft published
it. Yeah,
probably funded the entire game, you know, so...
they own that
But
shit.
In like 10 years, they'll.
Yeah, they'll
10
get it
years.
right, yeah.
When Dead Rising 5 comes out.
I'm sure there'll be there's a time limit on that. Like, it's just like, yeah, it shit belongs
Capcom
to
went
us.
to Microsoft and said, "Hey, can we release this on PS4? Could you give us all the money back we put in development?"
Can we show you why you thought your franchise wasn't dead anymore? That's right.
Yeah. no kidding.
Microsoft can be like, you know, the only console where you can play the entire Dead Rising franchise.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You get to miss the worst.
Drop
game.
the mic.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually have a release date for it yet, but they are coming, which is pretty cool. I can't wait. I don't know, because like Dead Rising 4 is gonna have the old mall in it. I don't know if I'm gonna really want to go play Dead Rising 1 in the mall.
Yeah, I'm kind of
I can
over the old
guarantee-
Dead
well,
Risings.
I think. Well, I mean, if it was cheap or something.
Like if it's
But
like $40, I'm in. If it's 60,
Or for all of them.
yeah, for
I don't-
everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't like the old style Dead Rising with the time limits and kind of the way they designed that game. I know 3 did have time limits technically, but it didn't matter all that much. And 4, they're getting rid of it completely. So I kind of like the casual nature that we're seeing with Dead Rising 3 and 4 now, better than the old like gamier type nature of Dead Rising 1 and 2 personally. But
I think it's kind of a shame for people that did like it that perhaps they didn't have like a mode for it, but you know, I
they
understand that they
sort
probably
of did
they
in
probably
3,
feel
but
like
not.
that audience perhaps it just isn't big enough, and or not be funny. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the sort of thing when they turn around and said, "Hey guys, you know, we listened to your feedback and now we're gonna add it." Like 6 months later, and then you
As
know,
DLC.
yeah, or like a free update or something, depending on how jacked
It's
you feel.
Capcom. It'll be DLC.
Oh, yeah, sure.
They love their paid DLC for stuff like that,
Yeah,
or at least they did with the Street Fighter games. But
yeah. And then they killed Street Fighter, so
yeah, they did. They did.
It's because it was an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah. It would have been more dead if it were an Xbox exclusive and launched like that. Could you
Pretty much,
imagine?
yeah.
It
Let's
would've
be
been
clear,
dead
that
before
game's dead
launch.
because they did a really shitty job launching it.
They did. But what I'm saying is, could you imagine if they did that and it was an
It
Xbox
was an Xbox
exclusive?
exclusive, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Could you imagine the fallout?
Oh man.
The amount of people going, Microsoft
been like-
fucked up Street Fighter.
It would have been like a 50 Metacritic too.
Yeah. If they were lucky. Alright, well, that's coming. Let's move on to the next bit of news. Where are we at? This is Forza Horizon 3. Has its first 150 cars announced. Which, how many, what's the, did you read through this article, Jason? You know what cars are coming. What should I be excited for?
They announced a few new, as you can see at the top, at the very top, the picture you have up there.
Yeah.
They announced some new off-road, what do they call them? Not unibody, but it's kind of
Unabomber?
like the frame, yeah, the Unabomber car.
Yeah, Unabomber.
The frame is exposed on the car, so it looks like an off-road buggy. They've announced a few of those. A lot of these cars are cars that have already been in Forza, so it's a lot to be expected. But as far as like standout ones, I mean, I'd say just go look through the list, see what you like. I mean, we still got a while. We only we know less about what's in the car list than we know what's in the car list because there's going to be over 400 cars in the game. So we'll see more soon.
I'm
Okay.
ready for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready for
Yeah.
more Horizon.
All right. And
I think all you got to know is you'll be happy. There you go.
Yeah.
Think-
There'll be
think-
lots of pretty cars.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you're expecting cars, you're gonna get fucking cars. All right.
Yeah.
This game's not gonna have cars.
How many cars are going to be in the entire game? Is it like 250 or 300 or something?
450 or
450? Okay. I
Yeah.
knew it's like the most ever for one of these racing.
Horizon. Yeah.
For Horizon, okay.
Motorsport 6 had 600 cars.
At launch?
It had 550 at launch, and now it has like 600 plus.
Okay.
it's a ton of fucking cars. All right. Well, I hate to blast through news so quickly, but let's
But
go
are
to
they
the-
Pokemon?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, no.
That's what's important right now. I don't know if you guys been playing Pokemon Go. I sure have.
I have this thing called a Windows Phone. We don't get apps.
poor guy.
You really shouldn't be using a Windows phone.
Or at least not admitting to it.
Yeah.
I like my 1520.
I'm sure it's a nice phone, but you don't get the cool stuff, man.
Nope. All right. Well, I don't know. Like, I had to deal with somebody at work because they're all about Android phones. He's like, "Oh, I fucking hate the iPhone." I was like, "Oh, come here. Let me tell you all about the shitty Android phone experience compared to the iPhone."
I love my Android, man.
Oh no, I have no problem with the Android. It's just anytime I hear like an Android fanboy fucking try to downplay the iPhone.
Every
It's
platform
just
has
like
its problems.
it's like
Yeah, I'm not really a fanboy. I'm just used to the OS. So
Yeah.
when I try to play on someone's iPhone, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I hate this. You know, it's like anything.
I don't think iPhone's as intuitive, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I completely
agree.
disagree, but it's
But-
because
yeah, exactly.
I've used
Maria
it.
disagrees too.
Yeah, I've used iPhone since
Look,
the
Windows
original.
Phone has
yeah.
a back button. All right, I like a back button.
They added the back button to the iPhone by putting it in the top left corner of every window.
God
Wow.
damn it!
It
I
is
like
the
it on
most
bottom
awful version of a
too.
back button ever, but they
Well, have
definitely
back
do
button on-
have
yeah,
it.
They have back button on Android as well. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. But I
Okay.
like my phone.
But
I
no,
like-
I really like the Windows Phone have camera buttons, which are really nice.
Yeah, everyone needs to bring back the camera button. That's annoying that they got rid of it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to
That was your mobile minute.
Mobile Minute. The Mobile Minutes. Microsoft gaming revenue down by 9% in Q4 financial year 16. 49 million Xbox Live users.
It's all
So-
going away. Xbox is going to be sold off.
Yeah, this is it,
Well,
guys.
yeah, hardware sales went down a little, or no, it was actually more about the pricing of the
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Hardware.
hardware sales were like
pretty
flat,
close. Yeah.
and then the pricing went down, so it just didn't do anything.
I think they did drop as far as numbers were concerned a tiny bit, but I don't think it was that substantial.
No, but like I said, overall, it's like kind of flat.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
Not like you're going, oh my god. It's just like, yeah, it's a little bit
But-
less, but it's
but user activity has gone up.
yes.
So
And it should be said that they did kind of just make a new console. So
They
that has to be affecting revenue in a way.
yeah, they announced it. But it went through June, which was when
Yeah.
E3 announced.
So, and you know, they're manufacturing it now, they're shipping it. That's all costs that add on to this bullshit. So,
My only worry about them saying, "Oh, look at the Xbox Live users," that still could be a lot of PC users who aren't even playing the kind of games that we're hoping they play, as far as like AAA games are concerned. So, I think those numbers are kind of who cares, at least for us. I mean, for them, obviously, they're gonna use these numbers the way they need to. You know, that's important for them. But you know, for us to think, hey, what's the health of AAA gaming and Microsoft? I don't think those numbers really help a whole lot when we see Xbox Live numbers, because we don't see Xbox Live Gold numbers per se, you know,
Mhm.
and we don't see like what the people on PC are playing exactly, because it could just be them, you know, downloading a Solitaire for free, you know. I guess that's the question, and it was about new users, right?
Yes.
Or is that so
Oh no, it's 49 million
users
users. Yes.
for that month?
Active.
kinda like-
Yeah.
yeah, and that's all.
Because
and
it
all
went up.
takes to be
It
an
went up
active user is
33%. Yeah.
all it takes to be an active user is probably open the Xbox app. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, it would have to be that simple. I couldn't, because I don't
And
think you
running
would
a game.
track.
well, I think you have to. I think if it's your first time ever opening the Xbox app, you got to do a couple things in order to
Right.
set it up as an Xbox account.
But that could
And
that
if
even
you're
be
going-
someone using Party Chat?
No, but
Well-
still, if you're going through the process of going all the way through setting up the
Yeah.
Xbox fucking app, you're pretty
Yeah.
close to fucking.
Yeah.
You're not just playing solitaire. Like you
Yeah.
have a reason.
I'm
Like,
really curious how many people are playing, say, stuff like Forza Apex and Killer Instinct, and
hmm
I think it's going to matter more as time goes on. I don't think
Yeah.
it matters too much right now, but as more games come out,
Plus, I'm
and-
saying when they
Yeah.
brag about the numbers going up, it's kind of like, it doesn't do anything for me one way or the other, you know. But obviously, the decline we're seeing, it's not so much numbers of consoles, but probably more revenue. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal at this point. It
Yeah.
certainly doesn't require a 13-page thread on GAF. So.
No, not at all.
they're going to sell Xbox.
It's like, yeah, they just invested in making 2 more of these fucking consoles. I don't think they're selling them. They're not getting out of the business, people. It's not happening. Like they're committed to owning the fucking TV and
Look how
everything else
bad
they
Windows
can.
Phone is doing. Yeah,
you know,
they're still.
I-
they're
you know,
still
I-
active.
Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere, but with the way internal development has gone recently and dropping off teams and being smaller, and not smaller necessarily, but leaner, because I mean they have built up their internal teams in bigger in numbers, but there's less teams. The way they're doing it, to me, that almost seems like it's a way that they can get out a little faster if they ever want to. That's the only thing that worries me. I kind of think maybe that's part of it. I don't want to be negative, but
Yeah.
I can't help but feel that way. But I mean, so that's why I want to see more teams announced.
Dusty, can we get an alert we can press on OBS where it just comes up in red and says negative Nancy? And like alert, like plays a
Hey,
sound.
Hey, someone's gonna
Negative
do it now.
Nancy
That's
alert.
Steve,
Negative
with Steve,
gone.
look, with Steve
Steve's gonna be
gone,
gone.
with Steve gone, Vern has big shoes to fill.
I
Like
do.
it's not.
I got 2 more shoes to fill.
Hey, Vern, you gotta go. That's not good enough. You're gonna have to practice. Sit in the mirror for a while. Just don't look at yourself in the mirror because you're not gonna be on camera when you do it.
That was your concern. wasn't it?
That's more like in the bathroom. I'm kind of worried.
Is Steve even here? I'm not hearing any Steve.
Yeah, sorry. Well, sorry.
We're just gonna take that out from Audacity and
Yeah, just have a sample to play whenever we need to. Whenever we announce bad news.
It's gonna be perfect.
Cue the Steve side, guys.
and then Steve's gonna sue us.
Damn you, Philip.
But yeah, the MPD numbers are like crazy now. The way they announce them and everything, it's just kind of useless. So
Yeah.
I guess it's
They've
kind of
done
good.
it based on revenue,
Yeah.
but not on even keel because some digital provided and some aren't. Like
least-
none of the first parties are given digital.
Yeah, at least it kills all that kind of back and forth console war stuff that it kind of promotes. So I guess that's a positive, right?
Yeah, I like seeing the numbers though.
I know.
We know, Steve. We know.
To be an accountant, you love fucking numbers.
Yeah, I get high on Excel. One of my housemates
Yeah.
when I lived in London bought me a mug for my birthday. One of my presents was a mug that says I love spreadsheets. I've
You
still
do.
got it.
Too.
Good. It's a good mug.
Look, you can't deny that, Steve is an office kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried to use OpenOffice and I was like,
Yeah, it's
and
fucking.
also
It's hard to go to the
I've
Bobo
used
version of
Microsoft Works
Office.
as well, and I'm like, I honestly literally don't understand why on earth this thing exists. Like, if you wanted a cheaper version of Word, then just fucking give people Notepad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually.
It's still a alright program.
I've got,
It's totally better than fucking that piece of shit Open Office. I'm
And
sorry.
that was your Windows 10 word processing minute.
You guys don't like the word perfect suite?
No.
You know
You
the
don't like-
problem with all those programs, and everyone's like, they got all these features just like the full window. Yeah, sir, but they also run like shit. Or
It's
they
like
crash a
it's like
lot,
comparing
or-
GIMP to Photoshop, and you're like, GIMP
GIMP can do
works.
all this.
GIMP does a good job.
We use GIMP.
I
by the
use
way.
GIMP and I have Photoshop. But honestly, GIMP's nothing. Like it's a 2-bit version. It's just no.
Lotus for life, man.
Lotus.
Actually, no, I never used Lotus. I take that back. My mother used Lotus, I
You should
think.
get a Lotus T, sir.
Yeah.
Well, it's the end for Xbox. That's all I know, guys.
I know.
That's it.
So get ready to learn the.
I already got rid of my Xbox, so.
No, it's the end for Microsoft. So get ready to learn the WordPerfect suite. And when
No,
we got
I know. I
transition-
think Microsoft actually, their revenue was up by like 20%, but it was all because of Azure. Azure has grown 100% in over a year. Like their cloud services shit is taking off.
Oh yeah, it was called Lotus 123.
Yeah.
That was the name of it. The spreadsheet program.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't it part of the WordPerfect suite? I want to say it was.
This is now
Look
Word
it up.
Perfect Uncut.
Google it.
I'm looking right now. The Word Perfect Office Suite. Here we go, man. What did it have in it? Come on, how can you have a page for it and then not say what was in it? Give me
Just
a
says
break
go
here.
get WordPad instead.
We gotta find. I'm gonna Google Novell. I think it was called Novell, right? Word Perfect Suite. Here we go, man. Here we go.
Remember, instead of playing your backlog, you could be looking up Word Perfect.
I can't even find it, man. Oh, Quattro Pro. I guess that was the spreadsheet program in there. Wasn't Lotus 123.
That was
I
a
was wrong,
premium
guys.
product, Vern. That was a premium product.
Which one?
Lotus
Quattro?
123.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You couldn't
like
just get
that
that in a
The
suite.
competitor for Lotus 123 was 4.
Yeah. It's like,
We're-
how are we gonna
we're-
beat those guys? Let's just fucking
Quattro.
call it 4.
But we'll make it exotic. We'll call it Quattro.
We'll get the Spanish audience and
Yeah.
we'll fucking beat them in numbers.
We'll call the next one Isotope 5. Something. Quantum
Well-
6.
No, to be fair, it's not Spanish. It's
Oh.
with 2 T's. So it'd be Quattro, which is Italian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you own an Audi Quattro, this might be your program.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
4-wheel drive system.
Hmm.
For everyone else,
That's
this
it.
is not for you.
Okay, I'm sorry about that tangent there.
Host.
Host?
Yeah.
Host.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to let it go. I'm just trying to let it move on. Enjoy
Uh-huh.
our time.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for news. Unless anybody...
Steve, do you have any news? Some farewell news?
I don't think there's really been any news, is there? Well, there was some Gears stuff today.
Oh yeah, the competitive mode and
So yeah, so they did like a ton of stuff. They detailed some PC stuff. They detailed like some of the upgrades to the map and the art style and stuff. And it was at San Diego Comic Con.
yeah, the graphics look a lot better actually. They added the what did they add to? I'm trying to think of the graphics technique they added to it. Ambient illusion. They added that to the maps, so it doesn't look like your character is like floating when they walk and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it makes a difference. They increased the shadow resolution. I think they played with some of the color contrast, so that certain areas are lighter and darker and more colorful based on the time of day for them at different maps and stuff. Yeah, it looks like they made quite a lot of improvements. They also changed the layout of the maps. They instead of forcing into close quarters, they made it so you can see farther into the distance, and which they noticed promoted teamwork within the game. So that's pretty cool. And then there's gonna be 2 separate modes, right? Like a regular mode and then competitive. And in competitive mode, there's gonna be a little like balance changes.
Yeah, less auto aim in competitive
Right.
mode.
But they're tying particular modes to either regular or competitive mode. So like if you want to play execution or what was the other one? I forgot the name of the other mode there. They're tying to competitive. But like execution will only be available in competitive mode. It won't be available in the regular mode unless you do like a custom map server kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, some people were like, "Oh, that's splitting the community," blah blah. But I really don't think it is because it's tying those particular game styles to the game modes. So I don't think it's so bad. And then it's a way for them to say change how the shotgun works to kind of help maybe some of those casual players get in while not pissing off the hardcore players. So I think it might be a nice thing in the end. Now I'm curious how this all works with horde mode.
Well,
Like
Horde
how-
mode's a cult mode, and Phil. So when they announced all this stuff at was it January last year, Phil said that you care about these things in competitive, but if you're playing with your buddy on PC, he said he doesn't think that anybody would really care.
Yeah.
So I suspect
Well, there'll be crossplay for that. Yeah, I'm just wondering how the balance is going to work. Like, is the shotgun going to feel more like competitive, or is auto aim going to be a thing? Or I'm assuming they're going to make it more like casual for horde mode. So, but maybe there'll be a difficulty level set for horde mode, and if you put it on the hardest setting, it is similar to competitive play as far as the way it's balanced. That'd be interesting.
Maybe.
But the PC version looks like it's going to be very full featured and should make a lot of PC players happy who aren't bitching about Windows 10 at least.
Yeah,
You
they
know.
have no, they like people were joking it, but this is the things people were bitching about that what they wanted. They announced they're going to allow screen tearing, aka VSync can be turned off.
Yeah, I have the full list here actually. Let's see. Yeah, like you said, the VSync tearing. It won't be CPU bound because they're going to take full advantage of the CPU cores. Single player obviously won't be locked at 30 frames per second. There is dynamic resolution support, like what we saw with Forza Apex. So that's pretty cool. You can set a resolution and just go
Let
up
it
and
go.
down from there. Yeah. They're also supporting super sampling, which they say will work in tandem with the dynamic scaling, which is kind of neat. Full mouse and keyboard support, input remapping,
Honestly, can't imagine playing Gears with a keyboard and mouse, but
benchmark mode, like what they did with Killer Instinct, which is really nice. 4K texture resolution. So it seems like it could end up being a really good port from what we're seeing here, but obviously we need to wait for it to launch before we can say that.
I wonder when we're gonna get the multiple GPU thing for DX12, where you can use an AMD GPU and an NVIDIA GPU together and stuff like that.
That'd be
actually,
nice, yeah, if it actually ends up happening.
You
They
gotta
announced
think-
that way back when, huh?
Yeah, you got to think Microsoft are going to be the first ones to take advantage of it, or maybe some kind of smaller studio that wants to do it.
Because they can.
But yeah,
Because
the nice
Microsoft-
thing is the amount of gaming computers people have built with Intel chips with video cards. You know how you have the video chip built in on the graphics card or the processor,
CPU.
the
Yeah.
CPU. It will actually, when it does that, it will use the graphics portion of that and combine it with your dedicated graphics
Right,
card.
so
So
you
you
can
get a
act-
boost anyway.
Say you can leave it active if you
Yeah.
instead of disabling it. Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
pretty nice.
So you just
Which
get a
should be
boo-
cool.
It's a small boost. But
No,
hey,
but it'll be
it's
cool
something.
if it
Yeah.
works for PhysX and it just does that, and it
Fuck
leaves
it.
your GPU alone. Fuck it, that's great.
Xbox One could use that kind of tiny boost. I'd
Yeah.
take it.
they need to put that GPU and the power supply to work, man.
Yeah, man, do it. Well, they got the internal power supply, so maybe they hid it in there.
Well, the nice thing
For the
about
new
what
one,
they're
for the Xbox
doing,
One S.
the nice thing about DX12 multiple GPU support over something like Sly, and which is it's fucked up that Microsoft's the one that did this and not Nvidia or anyone. But when you use multiple GPUs on their style, it pulls together the video memory. So instead of if you had on Sly, if you had two 5 GB chips, you'd have 5 GB. But with this, you have 10 GB.
Right.
So
They're gonna be able to use full advantage of both. That's kind of cool. Yeah, hopefully that happens. And hopefully before like the big games come out.
I'd like to see it on Forza at least.
Uh-huh. But yeah, this sounds like it's gonna be a pretty decent port. Oh, it's supporting the super widescreen too.
Yes, that was a big thing people were yelling about. Like
And
ultra
I mean,
wide displays do not have a ton of native compatibility. Sadly.
You know, I don't have
Yeah.
a problem with people saying that they're not happy with the UWP as is right now. I have a problem with people that turn around and say UWP is never going to get these fixes. Microsoft's just all talk, and it's like,
Well,
but they are. Like they're slowly adding all this stuff.
it'll be better. I think there will always be that bit of resentment for being a closed system in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it is open technically according to them, but there are still issues like as far as the modding, and I think those
Yeah.
will probably remain forever based on what we're seeing, unless everyone switches to it and then they're forced to.
Well,
allow
they
it.
did
I
say
don't-
they're going to allow modding. That's
Yeah,
one
but
of
they
the
never said
things
to what
that-
extent, and I think that's
Yeah.
what's annoying people.
Well, I feel like, and I know some people might say I'm wrong, but I feel like how they did Fallout mods, I think that's going to be kind of how they do it, or what restrictions they're
Yeah,
open to.
that's-
Like, I don't think nudity's not going to happen, but I think they're all right with game breaking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
as
but
long as
I don't. A lot of these PC gamers aren't going to be happy until they just allow them to do whatever they want.
yeah,
You know, and,
No,
they're
and
of
not gonna
course,
give you
but at
full
the same
access to
time, I mean, I hate to say, computers are designed for the lowest common denominator. UWP is designed to keep those people safe. Like there can't be fucking it runs in
yeah,
like
but
all those apps run in
it,
sandbox.
as long as Microsoft keeps that mentality, though, I mean, people are just going to stick with Steam and Win32s. I think.
Except when devs, because
the
devs could
funny
technically
thing
put
is
they could technically put UWP apps on Steam.
Yeah.
It
the
doesn't matter.
funny thing
It's
is
just
the
if they
amount
want
of
to put
games
that
that
security
are
up there.
Yeah, but people
sorry.
won't buy them if they're UWPs. Watch, we'll start seeing that unless the game transcends it. You know.
Yeah.
The funny thing is the amount of games that have normal modding that are affected by mods such as auto
Fern.
aiming
I
and
know that game.
all the other bullshit.
They're gonna bring Minecraft to Steam
Yeah.
and make it fucking UWP.
Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah.
That'd
Yeah,
be
but
the
it's
only
already-
fucking game on the planet that would sell.
Yeah, but they already have it as a non.
Oh, I know.
You know,
Well, I'm sorry about the Windows 10 version.
Minecraft 2.
Yeah,
That's what they'll do.
UWP exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, that'll piss so many people off. The fact that Minecraft 2 being even coming out, you know, like if that ever happens, that would upset people.
Yeah.
You know how stupid people are, but yeah, whatever.
All right, let's move on to what you've been playing. Steve, Slacker, what have you been playing?
I've been playing
But-
one game solidly all week.
What's that?
I have been playing RimWorld on Steam. It's basically, for those who don't know, it's like a management colony game where, you know, like your three guys are in like a space station or something and it blows up and they get hurled towards like an alien planet and you have to build a colony with them. You start with 3 people and you can get people to join. You have to help them survive. You have to suit their needs. So you have to put like plants and, you know, you get raided by other sort of colonies nearby, that sort of thing. It looks pretty much identical to Prison Architect in art style, but
Yeah.
it's really, really good. I've played it a ton. I'm absolutely loving it. It's hard, too hard for me. Like when my people die, I reload because like you don't have like hundreds and hundreds of people. You have like you start with 3, and I think the most I've ever had is 10. So you know, and they have like very specific roles. So for example, if my doctor dies and I've got a suitable replacement, then I'm, you know, kind of fucked. And so as I've not really got used to the whole permadeath thing because permadeath always upsets me because I get very
Yeah.
attached to my characters.
So you actually have to design buildings in order to prevent people from raiding, or you have to design defenses and like you would in Prison Architect almost, how you design a prison in a specific way.
Yeah, so you put the buildings in. So when you start, you're just like in the middle of a field, and then
Yeah.
so you build a room and you put some beds in it, and the ability to make food, and then obviously you build a freezer, and then you build some like solar panels with the materials because some materials drop with you to help, and then there's like wood, and you can mine things like steel and other materials. But when you get raided, so you also start with a rifle, a handgun, and a knife, so you can sort of equip your people and then like draft them to go and attack people that are raiding you because obviously otherwise they'll kill you. And as you go through the game, they get more advanced. So if they get like grenades, then you really need to take out the grenade people first because obviously they'll blow up and that's a problem. But then there's like a sort of there's like dynamic events. So at the moment I've got a what's called a volcanic winter, despite the fact that it's the first of summer, where like it reduces the amount of light, which obviously affects my solar panels, and then like the temperatures are colder, which means my plants grow slower. So what I've had to do is I've had to like put all of my plants inside, and then build like sun lamps and heaters to make them the right temperature. But obviously that's draining everything because I'm using so much power now, and it's a complete nightmare. And I also had like a toxic winter at the same time, which is bullshit. It's slightly unbalanced with the events, but toxic winter is where like obviously the air is toxic. So if you go outside for too long period, your people will all get sick and they'll die. So you have to force them inside, which is also the reason why I build all my crops and stuff inside and try and make a sustainable colony that way. Because if they can't go outside for anything between days and months on end, I'm not going to survive. But as it stands, I'm kind of running out of food, and I've got far too many animals. I've got a bunch of pigs and stuff, and I've got a grizzly bear. You can sort of train them.
Oh.
You can train them to help. So, depending on their intelligence. So, because the bear's listed as advanced, you can train him in certain things, and they can like help you in battles.
You should just use all bears.
Yeah.
I
You-
would, but
You
but the
had
problem is
Vern's
that-
attention, but now you have his
well,
interest.
the problem is that I think I'm gonna have to kill. So I've got like I got 6 pigs, but the problem is they don't produce
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, you
But they
need
keep
bears.
mating, so I might just have to kill all the pigs for the meat because my people are starving. And I've got like a bunch of they
Well,
call them
no,
muffalos,
Steve.
but
Steve, you kill the pigs to feed the bears, not the people. The people don't matter. It's all about the bears.
yeah, but so like the end game is that you end up building like a new spaceship and then leave the
Well,
planet.
why can't the bears build the spaceships?
Well, because they're not that intelligent. But bears are really good in battle.
This is a video game. They should be intelligent.
Well, I mean, they are. Although, bizarrely enough, pigs are considered the same intelligence as bears, so they
Wow.
can learn all the same
Well,
tricks. So you can like get
Pigs
them to
are very
avoid
smart
stuff.
animals. I won't take that away from them, but
Um,
they're not to the caliber of a bear.
No, they aren't.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's that
I
detailed.
got a problem with this game now.
Yeah.
That they made pigs and bears equal. I think I can't play this game now.
Like I'm for pigs being, they deserve a high intelligence level, just not bear level.
Right. Anyway, continue. I don't want to.
More human level, you know?
Your game.
But yeah, no, it's a really good, really deep game. It's in early access. I think it's just launched on Steam for like $30 or something. But it's great. I built some turrets outside my base. So what I've ended up realizing is that basically I just build like this ginormous fort with like defenses on the outside. So I've got a couple of electric turrets, so that if everybody tries to raid me, rather than me putting my colonists out there, these turrets just shoot them, and that's very helpful. And I've got like sandstone walls, because the problem is that if you have sun lamps and it rains, then they blow up and set on fire. And of course, if the entire house is made of wood, then your house burns down.
You
Which
should build a
happens-
wall.
Which happens before. Well, yeah. So I built sandstone walls rather than wood.
Can you name them Trump walls?
No, I can probably rename.
Can you get a
name-
texture
Huge
pack?
walls. They're
Can you get a
huge
texture
walls.
pack? You know, like.
I possibly could. I can make cowboy hats.
He's gonna make the bears pay for the walls.
Oh no, the pigs would pay for the walls
Oh.
to protect the bears.
I'm just saying I would I'd skip that conversation. Nothing good can come out of that conversation. All I'm saying.
Yeah, but the game is rock hard, and it's like the problem with the events are slightly unbalanced. So what ends up happening is that like I'm on like the second easiest difficulty, and it's like it doesn't even like like when someone's down and they've been kicked, like it doesn't even let you sort of try to get up before they just like start like shivving you all over the place. Like the difficulty is insane. And I'm trying to sort of get faster at like getting key things together, but there's only sort of so fast you can go with the amount of colonists that you've got. I mean,
Steve.
if they gave me more colonists,
Steve,
it'd be better. But
you gotta go fast.
I'm going as fast as I can. I started building wind turbines and stuff, and I'm trying to get geothermal. If there's like steam geysers all over the place, and you can get like power
Can you
from
dress
them.
up a bear like Sonic?
You can't.
I gotta be honest.
There's polar
Listening,
bears on here as
listening to
well.
you, Steve,
That's awesome.
I'm kind of falling asleep. But the truth is, if I started playing this game, I'd probably end up fucking playing like 80 hours of it.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's just like Prison Architect.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
boring to talk about, but it's really interesting to play.
Yeah, I mean, both of them have got sort of very in-depth design. I mean, they literally do look shockingly similar. Like the art style is.
Are they not
identical.
by the same dev?
No, this one's
Wow.
by Luddian Studios, and he worked on Bioshock Infinite for a long time. Whereas Prison Architect is made by Introversion, who did like Multi-Winia and Darwinia and stuff. So Yeah. I enjoy capturing people and then recruiting them, and then if they don't, then I set them free and then get my turrets to shoot them. So, 'cause I'm a twat, but I enjoy that.
All right,
So,
sorry about that, guys. We were walking away. We had to have a conversation.
We had to
Oh.
set some shit straight.
We had shit. All I know is I'm seeing Star Trek tonight now, and I was trying to just
man,
fucking.
Marie and I were thinking of going right after this too.
We're gonna get the XD.
We can Skype each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see it though. I get good reviews.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the XD, the extra large D. I
The
guess.
extra. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Before we go down that rabbit hole, let's. What have you been playing, Vern?
I've been playing Tumblestone. That's the Games with Gold free game.
Tell me about Tumblestone.
It's a match 3 game. I mean, there's nothing special about it, honestly, but I'm pretty addicted to it.
Other than the fact that you put a ton of fucking hours in it, there's nothing
I
special.
did. I put yeah. There's not much to it other than being a match 3 game. I mean, but it's fun. It's fun, and there's like there's different modes and stuff which you actually have to pay for. They could charge $5 for the arcade mode, which I did because I like the game. I think it's cool. It's got a story behind it. It's got different puzzles with like 30 different. Well, it's got different worlds with like 30 different puzzles per world, and it's got an overworld map, kind of like the way the Mario Brothers games looks there with Mario 3, and then like every 10 levels, there's another story segment and different characters you can play as. So there's really not that much to it, but if you just want a fun little puzzle game, it'll keep you busy.
Yeah.
It'll definitely keep you busy. I don't know. Besides that, played some Pokemon Go. I have at my workplace. There's a gym right in the courtyard there. So we get people coming there all the time at our church now playing this stupid game. And at the playground, there's a Pokestop, and there's another Pokestop right across the street. So like at my desk at my office, I'm about 10 feet away from one Pokestop and about 10 from another. So you can tell, like, I probably don't get a
this is
work
what I imagine happens. Somebody walks in and they're like, "Are you ready to hear the word of Jesus?" And then he's like, "No, there's a Pikachu right over here."
I laughed. I just had to laugh to myself because I was just thinking someone coming and going, "I found a Jesus. I found a Jesus."
That's a jinx. I'm sorry, it's a jinx.
No, I've had some times when the phone's ringing and I'm like in the middle of like catching something. I'm like, damn it, But
yeah, how can I help you?
yeah, it's like trying to flick with one hand, wasting Pokeballs.
Yeah.
And the guy on the phone's like, "You're playing Pokemon, aren't you?" Yeah.
I can tell.
No, that hasn't happened yet, but.
Okay.
All right. Well.
But I don't know. I think that's pretty much
I just want to throw it out there. I played drunk Pokemon last night. That was fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went out with me and my friends, and went to a Chinese. We went to a Chinese bistro kind of slash place, and they had hot sake, so I bought that. Then I had like 5 shots of tequila.
Nice.
Then I had like a quarter of a bottle of Grey Goose, playing drunk Jenga. And I was pretty fucked up by the end of the night. So we were sitting there walking around, drunk as fuck, catching Pokemon around ODU, which was pretty cool. But yeah, don't drunken intoxication, people. It's not a good thing. But
You mean public intoxication?
yeah, I'm still fucking drunk.
Intoxication.
Drunken intoxication.
That's like super drunk.
It's super drunk.
That's like super duper drunk, man.
Yeah.
Ultra drunk.
That's what a drunk calls it, actually.
Yeah.
Instead of public.
Drunken intoxication.
Are you alright, sir? I'm currently drunk in intoxication.
Yes. Yep, that's right.
That sounds right, yeah.
Okay, so what else?
Really, there's an awesome pizza place that has 3 Pokestops right surrounding it, so you can actually sit and have dinner at this pizza place in Little Rock. It's called
I saw
Damn Good
bars.
Pies. Yeah,
I
3
saw
right there.
I saw bars doing stuff like that. Like they were
dropping
they would give
lures.
a free bear if you put a lure at their bar.
Yeah.
That's nice. But yeah, I'm finding that the best places to go are like hippie hangouts, because at hippie hangouts they have murals everywhere, and murals seem to be really popular as far as being Pokestops, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to hit those like trendy restaurants, and that's where you find all this stuff in like the hip neighborhoods.
Yep.
Does Panera Bread count? Because that's the
Of
hippiest
course,
we got
yeah.
around.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
It's as hippie as it gets over here.
It's
like
got
a
to be. It's
fun-
got to be some hip neighborhood that's all like recently gentrified and trying to be rebuilt and all that. You know, like where all the cool people suddenly hang out and they have beards and really short hair going up to the top with big
Mhm.
beards. Yeah.
All right. Well, I played a shitload of Minecraft because it's Minecraft.
Yeah, and that's what you do.
Well,
That's
I
what I
play a
do.
shitload of Star Trek Online because it's Star Trek Online.
Isn't that coming out pretty soon now to Xbox One? When does that come out?
It's this fall.
This fall? I might give it a shot when it hits Xbox
I don't
One.
know if it. Sadly, I don't know if it's the same. I don't think it's the same. Like, I think Xbox is gonna have its own players. I think that's dumb. I don't because I don't think it's a positive for an MMO to split their player base. That's just me though. I don't think it's a positive.
Alright. Well,
Oh, speaking of player base, that's some kind of news that's relevant to Xbox right now. Rocket League developers and
yeah.
CDPR working on Gwent right now.
Oh yeah, they just straight came out and
Said-
said it's Sony.
They
it's-
said, "Yeah, we're ready to do it."
They're
We're
like,
just
"It's
waiting on someone to
ours."
give
Microsoft
us a-"
said
No, no, no.
yes.
They said they'd say yes. It's hours away from launching. Sony just has to say yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then this is after everyone going, well, you don't know if it's Sony for sure.
And it's
then
like,
it's
no, no, it's
"Nah,
Sony."
It's Sony.
It seems like
two
Microsoft.
developers have come out and said it. Yeah.
Like, it seems like Microsoft did all the work to transition over to make both of them talk together, and it's just like, yeah, let them say it's not them now.
Yeah. I mean, what's funny about this is like it doesn't matter for Microsoft since they were kind of in the behind.
Mhm.
This like hurts Sony a whole lot more, So that's what's funny about it,
Yeah.
that they're able to just put them in this situation. I love it.
Yeah.
But if anybody thinks that you're going to be able to invite PSN friends through your Xbox to a game, that's not going to happen.
No, it'll just randomly match you up against them,
Yeah.
probably.
Well, Rocket League doesn't have the thing where you can do like private rooms with the code, and the other platform can put the code in and
Oh
you
yeah.
can play with your friends, but you can't be in a party, obviously, across devices.
Well,
Yeah,
on
you-
PC
Especially
you
on
can.
Well, yeah,
It's called the Xbox
not-
app.
not
Join
with, like-
party. Yeah.
yeah, you could, but
Well, they need to release the Xbox app for PS4.
oh man,
It definitely would be a better app, wouldn't it?
Yeah, then.
Xbox Live user count has gone up 20 million.
Yeah. they would all use that instead of
Fucking everything just works
PSN.
better.
yeah.
It's like, and the best part is because Microsoft's already putting, like, you can go to the Civ 5 page in the Xbox app because they have the game page. You'd have the Uncharted page now, and like they would have all of it just listed. Just like, yep, it's a game. All right, well, I think that does it for
Play
what we've
anything
been
else?
playing. No, just Minecraft. A shitload of Minecraft. I put like fucking, I feel like 20 hours in Minecraft this week.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, I want to play some more Overwatch. They got the new character.
so I sold my cousin one of my Xboxes because we're buying this 2 terabyte Slim. So he wants to play a bunch of Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, the co-op mode.
It's really not that bad. Call of Duty, like Advanced Warfare, is actually kind of
alright.
fun.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's
I haven't really liked any of I didn't like the last 2 campaigns all that much. I didn't
honestly,
like Black Ops 3 or Advanced Warfare.
No, but he plays like Gears Horde mode.
Yeah.
He'll play
Yeah.
some multiplayer, and he play, any Horde mode he can get his hands on. That's what his thing is. So,
my problem with that
Look.
game wasn't the gameplay. It was the map design was awful.
yeah,
He's got to play Toilet, right?
yeah, Toilet. He's not a big fan of Toilet.
Yeah.
I've
Can
tried.
we discuss Toilet on this podcast?
I don't know,
yet?
but we're gonna keep it as an innuendo for right now.
Yeah. Toilet is Halo 5. That's what we're-
Firefight.
Yeah, Halo 5
Specifically.
Firefight is now Toilet.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's that bad, huh?
Oh no,
No.
it's pretty awesome.
No, it was funny. Old No Bones came into our chat with some friends, and we all were playing Halo Firefight 5. And then he wanted to play some customs, and so we played a
No,
custom oil.
just to verify, we had 8 people. We had a full
Yeah.
lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went he's like, yeah, let's play some customs since we got 8 people. We're like, okay. And we played Toilet. When we really wanted to play was Firefight, so it's just a joke that we call it Toilet now.
Cool.
Little inside joke.
Yeah.
It's not even really funny, but we just always refer to it as Toilet now. We have for like the last 2 weeks.
I'm sorry about that. I'm back. Domino's called me.
Oh,
Get some.
Ooh, some pizza.
Pizza. I got a bread bowl. Got a bread bowl.
From Domino's? What's
Yes.
in a Domino's bread bowl?
It's chicken Alfredo inside of a bread bowl covered in like fucking garlic sauce. It's delicious and terrible for you in every way.
Sounds good.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
I'm in
good
diet
and-
mode again.
Good and unhealthy. But unless anybody else has anything else they want to talk about that they played, I think we're gonna end the show here.
What about releases?
Releases. Oh,
There's a big list of 3 games coming out this week. 3 whole games. Actually, one of them, Dustin, might be mildly less upset about hearing about than the rest of us. But so the first one is Minecraft Story Mode Episode 7, Access Denied.
No one cares.
Well, I did say he might be mildly less upset. I didn't say anybody would be happy about it.
no, I'm still upset that they killed the pig.
Yeah, I mean,
Spoilers.
does that
No,
mean
at
you're
this
gonna be
point, that game deserves to be spoiled.
Does that mean you're going to be upset that I killed 6 pigs? I slaughtered 6 pigs on RimWorld.
No, we're cool. We're cool.
Alright, good.
No, it's just the pig in that story is like the best character,
Right.
and they
Yeah.
they totally
Now,
fucking
if you
kill
slaughter
him.
the bears, we'll be upset.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the bear because I'm going to get him to work. I'm training him to haul stuff.
Oh,
And his
so
his
sad.
master is called.
It's
and
like
his
a
master is
slave
someone
bear?
called
You have a slave bear
Kong.
cub?
No, he won't know because it's not a bear cub. It's 19 years old.
All bear cubs.
Yeah.
All right, fine. But the master is actually called Kong. So
Kong?
Kong. Yeah. I don't,
Like it's
I
in
don't-
King Kong?
Why is it? No, it's just Kong, a female colonist. I've been naming all of my colonies after locations in the Gears of War franchise as well that I bet no one of you have ever heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, we've got Halvo Bay, Jacinto,
I've heard of Jacinto.
Syrah, Asfo Fields,
Nice.
Landown, Hanover, Anvil Gate, Mount Kadar.
I know most of these.
I'm pretty familiar with most of those, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You know your Gears stuff then. Anyway, so the next game, which unfortunately isn't nearly as good as Gears of War, is Valentino Rossi, the game, which is a MotoGP racing game.
Yeah.
I haven't really got much to say else about that, if I'm being completely honest. And then the final one is Dungeon Punks, which, if you look on the Xbox Store, which I'm going to do right now, it's like a fast-paced action RPG. I mean, looks
So what do you
okay.
think of the store now after the updates have been happening a bunch and that they got it working better? I think it's actually pretty decent now.
It's more informative, but
Yeah.
yeah, have they got rid of all the dual stuff? I don't think they've done it as much as they made it out like they were going to.
Yeah. It feels like it's moving faster now. It's not as confusing. It's
Yeah.
loading properly. Everything is working now. And I feel like it's in a lot better shape than the previous store was now. So
Oh, there's still 3 Madden 17s listed on the coming soon section. In fact, of the 8 slots, 3 are for Madden 17 and 2 are for Deus Ex.
really?
So they won't get any points. This store could be the best store in the world. All the while there's the duplication. Steve rules. There's no thumbs up.
Yeah.
There's no thumbs up because it's just.
It seems
Like-
like there's less duplication, but just not. all
Well,
the
what
time.
they've done is they've just made more slots on there. I mean, okay, in the first 2 rows, you've got Dungeon Punks, Overcooked, Worms, and then you've got 2 Deus Ex, 3 Madden, 2 XCOM,
Well,
3 NHL.
Yeah,
1
it seems like
2
Well-
NBA, 3 NBA. Sorry.
But there would have
Then-
been more for each one of those on the previous store because now they don't separate the game
The
that
pre-order
can't
one.
the game that can't be bought. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they'll sell it as a bundle and then it'll just say bundle only if you select another game. Well, when the one that would say bundle only, now that doesn't show up in the store. So it'll just show like the regular version, the gold version, and whatnot. You know, it won't show
Yeah, but
just the game.
They don't.
So
They don't
that's
need
removed
3
one-
though. 1 would be perfectly sufficient.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
what they should do is have one version, and then they should turn around and say multiple versions available, or have something
Right. Show all three
informative, and then you go in and then you look at the game. Oh, that's NHL 17, and then you go in and it should have 3
bundle
options
Yeah.
or something. But yeah, I just then they're not going to get any comments from me because the first 4 rows there's like, in fact, it doesn't matter how far you go down. It's just repeat after repeat. It looks fucking awful.
I guess this is a step toward that. Hopefully, update coming soon. They can then combine the rest of them. You know. But like I
Yeah.
said, they did remove at least one version of the game from any time it's multiple.
All right, let's go through this real quick. 2 copies of Deus Ex, 3 copies of Madden 17.
Steve already did this for us.
Yeah, that's so fucking sad.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
So
and then
sad.
you got 3 Forza Horizons, 3 FIFAs. Oh, you've only got 1 Final Fantasy 15, 2 Mafias, 2 Gears, 2 WWE.
Well, yeah. Final Fantasy 15
2
only has one bundle.
Battlefield, 2
Whereas in the past,
Titanfall,
you would have seen 2 Final Fantasy 15s on the store. You know.
3 CODs, 1 Dishonored, 2 Watchdog, 2 South Park, 2 For Honor, 2 Halo Wars 2, 2 Ghost Recon,
Yeah. Anytime there's
then-
an ultimate or
then a
gold
bunch of
edition.
game pre-
Yeah, just too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
and like thing is, I'm less bothered about it in the coming soon section.
And you know what?
And I tell you what, because there's not really many indie titles in there, so fair enough. But then the second that any of this shit launches, along with all the indie games,
It
you're not
covers.
going to see any of it because it's just
Yeah.
under a seat. And it's like Madden does not, Activision or EA might say, well, we want the shelf space. It's fucking Madden 17. You don't need shelf space.
Yeah.
No, but at the same time, if EA wanted to do a cover that was like 1.5 covers in size, I'd totally be cool with that. I just don't want 3 fucking copies of Madden. Like, in
Yeah. If
that.
they paid extra.
Like, if they paid
to have
extra
more
and to
awareness on the
enlarge it,
store,
I'd be
yeah.
cool.
That's kind of scary though. If companies can then start paying more money to have more awareness on the store.
No, but they'd have to be like just that 1 and 1.5, and then regular.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Or maybe
I'd
you
say
get the
it,
1.5
but,
when you have like 4, like fucking versions, and that's how they slim it down.
I'd say, but we need to wrap this up.
Yep.
Oh,
Wrap it
yeah.
up.
You gotta watch your Star Trek.
Yes.
We gotta eat and then watch our Star Trek.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will talk to everybody later. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We
Steve Rules
appreciate
Exit.
we appreciate Steve for all the shows that he wasn't on camera for, and he's still not on camera. Steve.
Well, thanks guys for having me on the show. I think it was Vern originally who pestered me a few times to get me on. And then Dustin who graciously
Yeah, that was a mistake.
allowed me to stay on. Well, you shaving your beard was a mistake, but you don't see me complaining about it. So, yeah.
There's
Thanks,
gonna be a
guys.
lot less
It's been a
British
pleasure.
around here.
Yeah.
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 It's not
We're
be
gonna
the
have to
same.
find another person to bring up the class. Like, we
You'll
need a
never
cla-
find anyone that brings up, the class.
We
You
had
go
to
back
get
that
Maria on the
quote
show,
about the
Vern.
fractured butthole. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just magical,
Yeah.
you know.
We'll have to get Maria or somebody on the show. We need class.
You need some
We
class.
don't need another middle-aged white man.
I know. We're like Giant Bomb.
Yeah.
White privilege uncut. That's what we are.
Yeah.
We need to kick it. I just want to throw it out there. Eric has been offline on Steam for 94 days.
I haven't heard from Eric in forever, man.
And I have messaged him to text message him personally. I have wrote on Steam. I found him on Facebook and wrote him there. Like, nobody knows. I don't know. I think he might be dead.
I hope not.
I'm not like it's. I know it
Jesus.
sounds really morbid, but like
He'll
if
be
you go
talking
to
about as much.
if you go to his Steam profile, like people are like, "Are you dead?" It's like there's like 10 comments asking that.
It's like he's still
It's
here.
really no, but it had me worried. I'm sitting there like, is he okay? Like,
Yeah, well,
should I have to
He'll
drive
prob-
up to New York and fucking?
he'll probably turn up with a random comment, you know, like scalebound, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to
about
do
that
my Eric
Scalebound?
impression. That's scalebound.
I still remember one of the first shows I was on. He spent a lot of time talking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse,
Yes.
and then when the Game
Man,
of the
that's
Year
his
awards happened in December, he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, it was okay." And then Jason was like, "Oh no, it was this, and this." And then there was like this long debate, and it was completely the opposite of how I thought it was going
And
to
I
go.
won.
Yeah.
I won that shit. That's the important part.
And
Yeah.
Steam also does something really weird. Like right now, it says on in Messenger that he was online 2 hours ago, but if you go to his page, he's been offline for 95 days.
Wow.
It's a weird glitch. So fix your shit, Steam. But that's gonna be it for the show.
Yeah, if you don't fix your
That's-
shit, you can't be on the show anymore.
Yeah. Gabe.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
All right. Later.
So yeah.
Bye, guys.